As Praetoria's splinters struggle to rebuild, Portia makes her move for Praetoria's secrets. Shapeshifters summoned from the plane of chaos feast on flesh and memories, while the mages of the Conclave Arcana scour the 7 territories. Few will stand against them, but it won't be enough. That's where you come in. You and your cards. Like all new archons that grant you dominion over bloodlines. Dwarves, elves, gnomes, orcs, and a lund. Craft midnight potions in the Artisan Quarter for a shot at new ultra-rare foils. Flex your collection in battle and earn bigger rewards. The Conclave Arcana awaits. Do you have what it takes?
Hey, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's me, Fallen Corpses, here for YGG Hangouts on Wednesday. Once again, we have a returning, exciting game that I'm sure most of you guys are extremely familiar with if you're an OG to the YGG community, and if not, you're about to get the whole lowdown on it. But before we dive into that, we have a new special co-host stepping in for AC, since AC is super busy with all of his other game streams. So if you guys have been around the YGG community, you will also know this name quite well. I'm going to bring on stage Thea. Thea, what is going on? Welcome to the stage.
Hello, what's up, everyone? For YGG fam, for those who don't know me yet, I'm Thea, your upper moderator. So, entering my co-hosting era. So, I'm super excited to be hosting today's YGG Hangout with you all. So that's it.
Yes,
Wait
super
to
excited to have you here. Corpsity and everybody else was like throwing your name in the ring right away as when I was asking for co-hosts. So always nice to have you here. And remember, guys, Thea's always watching as a upper moderator too. So if you get rowdy or bad, you'll be getting the ban hammer. So she's keeping an eye out. But yeah, we've got a jam-packed episode today, Thea. I know you've been playing SplinterLands a little bit. You always grind out all your gap quests. Did you play SplinterLands back in the day when we were first spinning up YGG? Because they're an OG game.
Yeah. Unfortunately I haven't played it before since I entered Gap season around season 3 or 4, I think. So yeah, I just look it up recently.
Excellent. So you're dipping your toes. Well, we've got some OGs and some big players from the SplinterLands community going to join us on stage. So maybe they can give you some tips on how to really grind out these gap quests. So without further ado, let's bring on Blaze from the SPL team, Mago Mayhem, and B Jangles. What's going on, boys?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Hey, yeah,
What's
great
up,
to have
YGG?
you all here. Yeah, you guys are all big up in the SPL community. So for all the people that aren't familiar with who you are, why don't we just run through quickly and give it out? Let's start with Jangles first, and then we'll work backwards there up to Blaze at the end. Sound good?
Yeah, let's do it. So, been playing SplinterLands for about 3 years. Just had my 3-year Splinterversary in February. Joined up with actually YGG in, I guess it was October, November, sometime 2022, somewhere around there, and played a couple of gap seasons. I was actually trying to pull up my my old school YGG badge that I minted on Polygon way back in the day, and earned some cool NFTs to celebrate my winnings there. Yeah, so I've dabbled quite a bit with YGG. Definitely a big believer in what SplinterLands is doing. Run a podcast called the People's Guild. So if anybody's looking to kind of talk shop after the YGG hangout, seek us out on. I'll pop into the YGG Discord and what's up. But
Excellent. We got a little bit robotic there, so maybe your connection's going in, but I think most people made out what you're saying. Mango, how about you?
I'm just a regular player, man. Actually, I've been around since August 2021. It was kind of my saving grace during COVID, I guess. You know what? I'm kind of like, for Mobile Legends and stuff like that. This was my first kind of crypto game. And, I'm still playing it to this day, still collecting the cards. It's a very, very competitive game. If you know games like Magic the Gathering, or if you know like Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that, TCGs, very, very, similar mechanics. The artwork is fantastic in the game, and it's just really good. So a little bit about me. So yeah, I've been playing since 2021. I'm the founder of an organization called Team Philippines. We have our own token on there, and we primarily support SplinterLands at the moment. So we did have a little error with, I believe it was YGG SplinterLands back then. So we were affiliated back then. While that was a big thing, I think the person that helped me out the most was a guy called Last Dragon. He was pretty cool. I've got a couple of guys from YGG that have now pretty much joined our organization as well. But yeah, anything to do with rank battles and stuff, I'm pretty much there. The ranking game is just pretty awesome. With CA, it's even better. CA being Conclave Arcana, but I'll let Blaze talk about that. But yeah, it's a very, very exciting game, and it's going to be around, I think, for a little while. So it's been around already. So
Exactly, it's one of the few games that has really weathered the storm extremely well. Yeah. But glad to hear that you're repping the PH community, as you know, here at YGG, also extremely, extremely large. So
yeah, I know a lot of them. they're actually, a lot of the guys have obviously joined our Discord server. So Philippines there's a very large gaming community. Whether you play Axie, whether you play Splinterlands or other games, it's huge.
Yeah,
everyone's gaming. So it's definitely a market that you want to go into. And I'll tell you something. There's been a lot of activity since the new set has been released. So a lot of Filipinos are actually venturing back into Splinterlands, or actually just trying out Splinterlands right now. So that's just based on, obviously, the people that joined the Discord server and Facebook. Yeah, we're quite big on Facebook, so that's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, people are getting hyped again for it. There's a lot of OGs, but there's a lot of new people in YGG that are like, Splinterlands, we've heard that name, let's see what we're going to check out. So yeah, and shout out to Last Dragon. It's been a minute since I talked to him, but he was big in setting up Splinterlands and getting everything else going too in YGG. So shout outs to him wherever he is, and if he's watching. Now, Blaze, on to you.
Yeah, I am lead sales and marketing over at SplinterLands, but I've been with the community for quite a while. I ventured into crypto in 2017. I've been involved with many projects, invested in a lot of projects during the early days, and ended up going full-time in 2019 in crypto, just as an investor with my friends, and looking for the killer dApps, right? And in 2020, I set up my SplinterLands account because I was heavy into the NFTs on Wax, and that's how I was first introduced. And super excited about the game. I saw the vision, and there's nothing better than a cool game with crypto tied to it. So here we are in 2025, and I'm still hooked to the game. I play every single day. At night before bed, I come across some of the top players, and I see YGG in their name, and that's always great to see. So It looks like YGG has been around for a long time, and again, I've been coming across them on the battlefield. B Jangles here. I don't know what our ratio is, battle head to head, but yeah, it's always fun to play against fellow SplinterLands legends. So yeah, no, I really enjoy the game, and I'm looking forward to bringing my skills in crypto and business to SplinterLands in 2024, and I joined in October. And the first mission we had was Conclave Arcana. So I joined right when the set was getting started. My main vision was to get the collectability up in the game, and we embedded max level cards, which are our black foils. And we did variants with ultra rare one of ones and such. So we built a really killer set, and looking forward to displaying it with you guys here on the show.
Yeah, we'll really have to dive into that because I think, shoot, the last time I was playing, it was gold. Gold was the highest foil. So now you're telling me that there's a whole new rarity. So we'll have to we'll dive into that in our update section, which is going to be right after this. But always awesome to hear too that like essentially a community member has found a core spot in a game that they love, right? Which is a lot harder in Web 2, but Web 3, for whatever reason, it seems to be the hot ticket, right? Because same thing here. I was a community member for YGG, and somehow I've locked in this job as streamer / content coordinator.
Great. Yeah, no, I mean, we're a lot of us are just super passionate about the projects in crypto, and we're here to stay, right? We've lived through many pump and dumps, right? We've weathered out a lot of storms this game. When I was invested in other projects, I've always played SplinterLands, whether the market was red hot or at the bottom of the barrel. I was always playing SplinterLands. So there's something really special about this game. Again, #1 card game on the blockchain, hands down, and the depth that we have is really going to shine through. We just have the potential to, again, as one of our community members say, Magic 2.0, right? Magic the Gathering 2.0. Because, yeah, our land is so special. Like having the ability to craft items on land that's by the community. So we don't sell the assets, but our community members make the assets and then put them on the secondary market. Little things like that are just going to start coming through. And yeah, it's something totally new to gaming. And there's nothing like our community owning the game, because half of our sales goes towards the DAO. So it's something truly special.
Yeah. So this is a good segue into like I said, the community update and stuff like that. So Blaze, why don't you just tell us, obviously you're extremely excited about land, but just overall for somebody that's, I guess, new to the game, maybe that they're just checking in for this first gap season, why don't you just tell them like some of the core updates that you guys have done, and maybe just updates that people returning might not know about?
Great. Well, I mean, we actually just had a big update yesterday. So we have introduced our campaign mode, and it has 11 chapters, and it'll give you the walkthrough step by step on how to use the cards. So that's something that the early YGG people that signed up for season 10 here may have not experienced. I highly suggest going into play and go to campaign mode and check it out. It's really, really nice. Teaches you the basics, gives you a lot of cool cards. It's our new foundation set that's out. That'll be really helpful for everybody.
Excellent, excellent. So I was going to swap over to a gameplay showcase, but if you want to showcase, like, should we pull up Faye's screen and just maybe it's easier for you to kind of explain updates if there's a screen to show it? Cool. Faye, I'm going to pop your screen up here. So this is obviously what you see when you log in to the SplinterLands website, right? And we will go to, where do we want to go to, Blaze? What do you want to showcase first?
Yeah,
you guys
hover over play again and go to campaign mode. That was just released yesterday.
Perfect. Yeah, because you guys, like I said, there's a lot going on here, but that's because you guys have been around for so long and you've got a lot going on. So it could be daunting as a first-time player, but once you learn it, it's pretty intuitive.
Exactly. What I highly suggest for all the new players is go through the campaign mode, learn the basics, start learning the collection on how to collect reward cards, how to spend your glint to purchase more rewards cards to strengthen your deck. And then we have our new Conclave Arcana set that was launched on the 13th of May. And you can buy a couple packs to help again strengthen your deck and work your way up the ranks as you learn the game.
So that's kind of your like tutorial now.
Yeah, definitely a little and this is just getting started. This is just 11 chapters, but we have phase 2 already in the works, and that should be rolled out a lot sooner than people expect. So that's going to be a fun addition, and then we plan on expanding that for years to come.
Excellent.
And we're in the discussions of all kinds of new things like game modes and PvE dragons and such, where you do dungeons and do quests, kind of more of a PvE than a PvP side of the game.
Oh, cool! That's extremely exciting. That you guys are kind of developing this. What you might call it, a PvE version, because like I said, PvP is great, but there's a large subset of people that just PvP isn't for them. You know what I mean? They don't like to sweat.
Yeah, and a lot of people like to get to know the game before they just jump into battle, right? Versus other people. So it's good to have this so they can get to learn the game on their own and not worry about getting annihilated off the get-go.
Excellent. Mango, I know you, your community here, you guys probably have a bunch of new people coming in and out. What do you think about this kind of campaign idea from them? Is it exciting for all your new players?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it was better than the old one. I don't know if any of you remember the old one, but literally it's like a three-way step to introduction, and then you get your ass
back, man. We don't need to look back.
Then you get then you got your beep handed to you. That's just how that's just how the game rolls. I mean, I haven't tried this out yet, but it looks really, really good, man. And I think it's something definitely that people will, they get free glint, they're going to get free cards, they're going to be able to play the game. Definitely something good for the new players,
Excellent. Jangles, anything to add to that? Have you tested it out?
I have not had a chance to test it out. It literally launched. I'm in Asia also, so when I woke up this morning, I had a full day of work ahead, and I saw it had gone live, and something that I think we'd be remiss not to mention, with all of this stuff, I'm chatting with the in the AMA discussion in the YGG Discord at the moment, and I just saw a couple folks say that they just grabbed a spell book, they're hopping into the SplinterLands Discord. All of this stuff is happening right on the cusp of SplinterLands celebrating its 7-year anniversary. So I know I'm probably drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm super stoked on what's happening here, but honestly, it feels like, with campaign mode, and there's these foundation cards that I'm sure Blaze is going to dive into here in a minute, as well as Conclave Arcana, the brand new set, literally just launched less than a month ago, 3 weeks ago. There's never been a better time to hop onto SplinterLands, and it just feels like, it's all coming together, man. And this campaign mode is just kind of proof in the pudding that we've been working really hard to press this thing forward, and we as an ecosystem, the community, the company, the team, and the campaign mode just kind of represents a lot of those hard efforts coming to fruition. So I'm super stoked to give it a try. It's it's going to be an expanding, kind of constantly evolving new way to engage with the ecosystem, and it's much more passive than ranked. Is very competitive. It's a lot of fun. That's ultimately what keeps me here. But there's so many different facets in Splinterlands that there's seriously something for everybody, whether it's kind of the DeFi aspect on land, or land management, or card management, or just collecting. And now campaign mode is just one more feather in the Splinterlands cap in terms of what do we have to offer to gamers out there. So no matter what your bread and butter is in terms of what game type of game it is that draws you in and keeps you there, Splinterlands has something, and this is just one more facet to throw on the table for folks. I'm super stoked.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, Blaze, let's say somebody completes all the campaign, so they're gonna have some glint, they're gonna have some cards. What would be the next step? What would you be doing?
Yeah, just go into shop there, and you'll see that we have the reward section. And then in the reward section, they can spend their glint. So you purchase a common card. We have a couple of chests down there below. There's a rare card if you can get your glint up and you want to shoot for a Commander Slade, which is a very popular card. That's another thing we've done well is the rewards cards has some really strong cards where basically you need to play the game to earn these rewards cards to give you the ultimate set. So in addition to being able to go and purchase cards off the market, like our Conclave Arcana set and our Rebellion set, they have the opportunity to strengthen their deck with rewards cards, which is more of the play to earn side of things, right? Where you can buy all you want, but you have to earn these. But yes, you can unlock these and sell them on the secondary market. But yeah, it's just great to have the option where a couple of the key cards are earned, to strengthen your deck.
Yeah, 100%. Who doesn't love being able to play and then rip a pack, right, for just playing instead of having to spend cash?
Right.
Excellent. So there, you would spend your rewards there, your glint there, and it looks like you've got a whole slew of different things you could go from, just cars to gold foils to I saw a chest down below. But let's talk a little bit. Let's just jump through here. So let's start off with the spell book first. This is very familiar to me. So Faye, if you could just jump over there. Perfect. What is the spell book? If I remember correctly, last time it's kind of like a battle pass, right?
Yeah, we're actually that's in the works for 2025. It's on our list of things that we want to do is actually a battle pass. But the spellbook, what it does is basically gives you a hive wallet and allows you to trade tokens within the game. So you can purchase our dark energy crystals, which is our stable currency, and then we have our SPS, and then also you can bring in credits via PayPal or crypto or credit card. But that basically gives you a wallet to be able to do financial transactions in the game.
Excellent. Yeah. So obviously, I'm reading here: compete in tournaments, list items on the market, and sounds like you'll be getting even better rewards from just playing. So,
right.
Cool.
Yeah, you'll be able to earn SPS too. So that grants you the ability as you level up and you start getting into gold and earning SPS per win. Then again, those tokens will go right into your stake balance.
Cool. And again, you guys have a really big, robust kind of like staking platform and everything else. I probably actually still have a bunch of tokens staked that I can't even remember from way back in the day. But actually, do you want to dive into that now?
Yeah, well, if you stake your SPS, what it does is gives you a multiplier on your reward. So that we have a whole tier system. We'll track that down. But yeah, basically, the more SPS you stake, the bigger the rewards for when you win the game.
Gotcha. Okay, let's move to Conclave here because this is a big ticket. I'm sure this is what you guys have been really excited for because this is a big set, right? You guys release a few sets a year?
One set a year, if not less. So the sets go a long ways and they roll 2 sets in advance. So the Conclave Arcana or the Chaos Legion set just rolled out of Modern, and that set came out 4 years ago? Is that right, Jangles?
Yep.
That just rolled out of Modern. So we have our Modern mode and then our Wild mode. Our Wild mode is all the cards from all the sets over the years, from Alpha, Beta, Untamed, Chaos, and Rebellion, and now we have Conclave Arcana. So we've had a nice run of sets and they've been successful throughout the years, and this set in particular has been very successful. We just we went live on the 13th of last month, and we're just about $3 million in sales so far. So
those are big numbers.
Yeah.
Lots of people ripping packs.
High demand, yeah. And again, we've instilled the collectability side of things, and there's been situations where I would suggest for everybody listening to follow us on X because we do activities and join us in the Discord. The other day for our 7th year, I did a Lucky Sevens challenge. So you had to win with a level 7 Archon and level 7 cards across the board. And at the end, 7 people got a legendary pack, which they're $24 here on the in the store. And one guy pulled in epic Black Foil Arcane that's worth thousands of dollars.
Wow.
So, just for jumping in and participating, these packs are loaded with, again, if you get lucky and you land something big, it's usually big. So Really proud of the set, proud of the team. Everywhere from Bob, from designing the cards, created these awesome abilities, the artwork from the team, the collaboration between the community and the team to make sure the power curve on the cards were set up properly to capture fun at all levels, and then also make it beneficial for those who level up cards to the max level to get the ultimate version of the card. They did a really good job there. And again, this is just an absolute banger of a set that we've created. And looking forward to the next. I don't know, what are we at, like 270 something days left of the sale. So
yeah, and that's another big factor, right? Is like you guys only leave the sale open for so long or until the cards are gone, right? So like if people don't get them, that's it, right? Whatever out there.
We have a burning mechanism in place that burns X amount of packs per day throughout the whole entire sale. And then again, the more cards that are purchased, again, the more cards that'll be in circulation. But like Rebellion was a decent sale. I think we did a couple million in sales, and the packs have held their value because again, remember, we have crypto tied into this. While it feels like a Web2 game and it's fun, we also have wagons coming up, which you earn you buy these cards and you're able to stake them on wagons, and that's going to earn you airdrop points to get airdrop cards along the entire sale, pretty much. So again, a little into the weeds there, but yeah, it's when you have these cards in your position, they're assets for you. So super powerful. They earn you crypto, they earn you rewards cards. You're able to put them on these the conflicts is what we call, and you throw them on the wagons. And then we have 9 cards coming out over the next 9 months coming up. So yeah, very in depth, but fun.
Yeah, I always love that where you get some free bonuses if you're an OG player and you've actually got a bunch of stuff stacked up here, because I've gotten a bunch of those free cards too from ripping packs and whatnot back in the day, and that it was always a nice bonus to log in and be like, oh sweet, I've got this new cool card for essentially just being a community member playing.
Great.
Now let's swap over here. We did the shop. I think that's all the main points of the shop. Let's flip over.
We're really quick while we're here on the screen. We're gonna jump back to the foundation cards while we're here. So this is a set of foundation cards to get everybody going. We replaced our old starter cards that we had. I believe they were Chaos Legion cards, but we replaced them with these new foundation cards. And they're beautiful cards, and they're a little high mana. So compared to the cards that you pull out of Conclave, they're probably not going to be as powerful. But there on the left, if you want, you can click foundations, and you can filter just the foundation cards. You highlight it there. So yeah, it's the ones with the wood borders. But yeah, beautiful cards, and again, they're great utility for the early players, and again, allow them to learn the game and have some fun and actually own something. So these cards will be yours as you go through the campaigns and go through the chapters. These will be your cards. And Joey did a great job with the artwork, and Alfredo and everybody else. They did such a great job. And these will be fun, and they'll be collectibles as well. So we're going to have different foils for them, and we're going to have some fun with them.
So let's talk a little bit about foils, because we've talked about this. We've mentioned it quite a few times. So what are foils, and why should people be worried about them?
Well, foils are basically, it's the scarcity of the card. So the gold foils, the regular foils are what you get by default. And then we have different versions, which the gold foil will give you multipliers on your rewards as well. And they're more scarce, and they have a prettier border, I would say. And then now, again, with the release of Conclave Arcana, we introduced black foils, which the card automatically comes out at max level. So you do not need to combine them. And again, it's not only are they collectible and a lot rarer than the other cards, they have more utility. So you'll earn more rewards by having them. And then again, land benefits where you're going to be able to perform better on land with those cards.
Excellent. So you said combining cards. What, for people that don't know, what is that?
Yeah, so it's you would have to go back to the Conclave cards. The Foundation cards aren't combinable at this time. But for Conclave Arcana, you can just go to the filters there and turn it on. And there you go. And basically is the common cards. Oh, you were
I
there.
don't have any.
You were there under items where the Foundation was.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, boy.
Mangoes wants you to rip a pack there.
There we go.
Nice. Let's go Black File, baby.
I was just
Never mind.
testing. I wanted to send one because I couldn't see her IGN. Oh, then there's someone else coming.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, Big Jingles, we
Wow.
weren't wrong. We called him a baller in the chat earlier. I see why. Look at this guy. Stealing that pack.
I mean, Mango is just putting on full display how awesome this community is. I mean, this is a very regular thing. Is just hanging out on streams and sending assets, sending packs, saying thanks for streaming. Just this community more than any other that I've been a part of in Web3 is so supportive, so generous, so willing to help. So kudos, Mango, right on cue, brother.
It's a Filipino thing, man. That's how we roll, baby.
That's awesome. Yeah, the one thing about this community is that I'm again why I'm here is I'm super grateful for the authenticity of it's just genuine people loving a game, having fun, and there we go. Look at that. Get some rare cards. Oh, did you do them all at once?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Wow.
That's the way to do it. That's it, man. Reveal all.
It was
I'm
a
gonna
little
have to
laggy
scroll
on my
back through
screen
these
there.
suckers.
Yeah.
I can't
Nice,
see
you got some
what's going
summoners
on.
there.
So obviously there's going to be some metas, right? Some meta cards. What right now is popping through, and did Faya get any of the Conclave metas?
I don't know. She zipped through that rather quickly, and it was a bit laggy on my end. But I'm guessing she does. Yeah, right there on the top. Starting off on the top right, you have Cave Wise and Vicious Draft. That's a great combo.
Mhm.
As you combine them, Vicious Draft will get a perk from every time Cave Wise hits. He has an ability called Reckless, which will then buff Vicious Draft every time that he hits an opponent. So, yeah, you can see here, this is where you combine cards. So you'll click on the card, and you'll see that you have 3 cards there. You need 4 to take it to the next level. It says there under next level. So Mango will have to send you some more cards, but you can combine 3 though. But go ahead and just click on 3 of them, and then on the top right there you'll see combine cards. It's like a plus sign. There you go. You can just click there and combine them, and then it'll tell you where you're at. There'll be a little meter on the card to say how far you're into it. But they're common when they're common, but as you max these cards out, the commons aren't really common gameplay wise, because at the top level, when you combine 400 cards, they become quite powerful. Many of them do. So super fun tokenomics built into this, and gamified, approach.
Yes, 100%. Shout out to Mango for that, so that we could do it live on stream, right? You've got your values there too as well, right? Obviously, as they go up in rarity. Because all of these cards are tradable, right? Like you can trade them, figure out which ones you want, trade the ones you don't want, and then upgrade or buy other ones off the market to upgrade them as well.
Yeah, the Foundation aren't yet in phase 1, but in phase 2, most likely they will be. Can't give too much info because it's not out yet, but yeah, that's something fun that we're going to have available for the new players that don't have a lot of packs, that they want to get to learn how to sell cards and trade cards. That we're going to have that in the near future for them. But if you want to jump in, you can go to market up top, and then you can see our buy cards there. You'll see the secondary market, and that's where you can list cards, and you can see the floor price on them. You can use your filters to filter out. If you want to click, you see on the left-hand side, you can click our Conclave Arcana. And then, for example, let's take a look at the black foils. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit. B-Jingle's icon, I can't see it, but if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the R there that's highlighted. Go ahead and highlight the B for black foil. A little further down, yeah. There you go. So turn the R off and click, and click the B.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Black.
So
Black.
check
foil.
that out, huh? So these are like total collectibles. Like we're already within the company. We're all trading. We have a trading chat. I'm like, hey, I got a duplicate. Do you want to trade me this one for that one? So we're already engaged in that, and we're trying to collect them all. So it's highly addictive. Warning. So.
And there's some big numbers there, right? Some of those cards are going for well over 400. I'm assuming that's USD, right?
Yeah, that's USD. And then if you check the arcanes next to the black foil to the right there, you'll see the arcanes, which is the special version, which are pre-minted, and we have a whole section there so you can track those.
Yeah, those
Who's
are who's got them.
Just scroll down a little bit back to where you clicked on the B for black foil. Yeah, and just select the black foil variant, which is the BV. Right to the right of that. Yeah. You can just check that, and then uncheck the black, and then.
Wait.
Sorry, I would take controls, but I can't. There you go. Look at that, huh? They got a beautiful effect to them, and yeah, we actually had a community member, Tails, who pulled a 1-of-1 legendary dragon card. And I know that somebody offered him a couple grand and he rejected it. So
it's sitting right there on the market. It's the one going for 20K.
Is it? Okay. All right. Well, he didn't offer him 20K, so that's probably his ask there.
And he just pulled that out of luck, right? Straight luck.
Yeah. Well, luck. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know if he prayed to the crypto gods or the pack gods. He did something.
He did something right. Yeah, well, that's one of the things here. Actually, now that I'm looking at it right here, we've got card and set rentals, which might be something else pretty exciting. Mango, maybe you want to go over this because I think you rent out a bunch of cards.
Actually, I don't. I own all mine now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people that use the rental market, so we use different platforms usually to rent. We're using stuff like Peak Monsters, and there are other third-party ones, but I haven't actually used the rental here. So, Blaze, maybe you want to talk about that. The rental part here.
Great. Yeah, I'm not the pro renter. I own all my cards as well, and I know they've been making some updates, but. Jingles, are you in depth with the renting?
Yeah, we're just playing hot potato here. I'll take the hot potato.
Nice one.
So I was mentioning earlier that there's a little bit of everything for everybody. The card rentals is just one more piece. So if you're going after the collectors, you just want to have a bunch of cool cards. You're not really interested in playing the game. You're more interested in kind of the financial piece of what is possible within SplinterLands. Historically we've had a lot of guys that we've referred to as card lords, and essentially what they'll do is buy one collection to potentially play with, or delegate to buddies, or rent to on the rental markets. So that is one of the very cool features of SplinterLands, is there's multiple ways to participate and earn. So one is your standard ranked battles, so you can compete with other players, and as you win, you accumulate SPS, which is what Blaze was alluding to earlier. That's our governance token. Another way to earn is to collect these cards and then turn around and list them for rent on the rental market. So this is a really cool feature. You're able to rent cards on a season by season basis. So if you click on, you'll see next to card sales up top left, there is card rentals. Yep, there you go. Black foil variant is probably not a good place to start. So if you look at regular foils, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff listed there, which is the greenish blue R on to the left of the BV. Yep, there you go. So let's just click on that first guy, the Gobelano Soldier. If you click into it, you'll see all of the cards that are currently listed on the market. So suppose you are a brand new player, you probably want to be looking at level 1, level 2, level 3 cards. This is a common card, and it goes up to 400 CC, which is the combined cards we were talking about. Mashing the cards together to level up a little bit earlier. So there's a drop down there, Thea, in the top second drop down next to the card. It says all levels.
There
Yep,
you go.
that's the one. And if you click, let's just for argument's sake, go ahead and drop down to max level. So suppose that you want to compete at the highest levels of the game, you want to play tournaments, you want to help out your guild and fill, maybe a diamond level fray. This is what you're going to be going after is your max level cards. And you can see what the price is. Let's go ahead and select that card. And you can see the amount of DEC per day. So DEC is pegged at about 1,000 to $1. So I think the one you're looking at, those numbers are a little small. What does it say? 80 DEC per day.
It sure does, yeah.
Yeah. So for about 8 cents a day times 14, 15, depending on the season, this card can be completely yours to play tournaments, to earn with, to play ranked. You can stake it on land. And at the end of the season, it's going to automatically expire, and you can go back and try some new cards. So for anybody who's brand new out there, I remember very distinctly when I first got started, prices of cards were absolutely astronomical, and renting was a really good way to kind of discover. For anybody out there who's played traditional trading card games, Magic the Gathering. You're usually kind of picking one or two elements to kind of find your groove in and figure out, what kind of style of play do you want? Do you want the very aggressive? Do you want something a little bit more control? Do you want to play the defensive sustain? And SplinterLands operates very similarly. So each element, so each color, there's 6 colors plus neutral, kind of has its own distinct play style. And renting is an absolutely fantastic way to start, sinking your teeth into the various metas that exist within each element. And it's very, very cost effective. And obviously it lets you earn at 100% capacity versus somebody who owns their cards. So you're not at any sort of deficit, or you're not taking any sort of loss playing with rented cards versus owned cards. So for anybody who's just getting started, I definitely suggest checking out the rental market. Like I alluded to earlier, this community is absolutely awesome. There's a lot of supportive, kind of satellite tools available to help folks. Mango just called out Peak Monsters. There's probably 3 or 4 different third-party markets. All of them are kind of great for 1 or 2 different use cases. And this community is happy to, kind of help out. So if anybody has any, there's a whole bunch of stuff to talk through with rentals, but that's kind of in a nutshell, that's the pitch. If there's any follow-up questions, the community would be happy to help out and kind of point you in the right direction. So don't be shy, holler at us, say what's up. We're happy to help.
Yeah, perfect. So again, if people want to participate in like the tournaments that are going on, because there is sure a lot of them, they'll probably want to get some decent cards, right?
Yeah, the good thing is about the YGG tournaments that are going on, those are ghost cards, so everybody will have an even playing field, and they'll all have max level cards, or whatever level they're playing for the tournaments. Then those will be filters. You would have to filter private there to see them there under public events. Drop down, go to private, and yeah, there's different tiers, and some of them will be Conclave, and then some will be a combo of Conclave and the Rebellion set. But yeah, you guys have all the details on your website, so I highly suggest that your community goes through them and starts putting a game plan together to participate. One thing I would like to mention under play, we have a training mode where you can go in and trade at whatever level you would prefer to play at. So you can train the all the way from the practice there. Yeah. We rewarded it from training to practice. It'll take a few days to get the lingo down. But yeah, so there, by default, that's the settings that we have there is ghost cards, that to be difficulty level novice, and then inept student for the level of playing. And basically, if you want to play at the highest levels, you bump that novice up. You click on novice in the drop down there, and you'll see there the you'll go there, and you'll see all the cards are maxed, and then you'll be able to play against the bot, so you can get the hang of the game. And a lot of times, what people do is they'll come in here and play, and then they'll figure out the cards that they like, and then they'll go rent them on the market or go add them to their collection.
Gotcha. Now, just for people that are getting started, Faye, let's hop back over to items quickly. Let's go into cards. If I was setting up a deck or setting up the cards I want to play with, are there any key cards right now that are just smashing it, like meta cards that are like go-tos?
Yeah, like I said earlier, that combo right there with Cave Wise and Vicious Draft is very popular. But we also have a rewards card called Commander Slade. And then that card's been played a lot with another card Jack Gorilla that gives that card phase at the higher levels, and it becomes a very hard card to hit. So the game becomes quite complex at the competitive level, but at the lower levels, it's a little more soft, right? We don't have all the abilities, and the cards are a little on the weaker side as far as in, so it varies. A card at the level 1 or the Silver League and Gold League can be a lot different than playing in the Champ League, right?
Got it. So right now, Faye, with that pull, is pretty set up to do well right now, playing in the early leagues and stuff.
Yeah, and again, these are new cards here for the foundation set, so that might be really good to start with and learning those inside and out. I still have to get my hands on them and play with them. Again, it's a rather new set, so looking forward to testing them out. But just get to know the game, the abilities. There's quite a bit of abilities. I think we're over 100 now, so that it takes a lot of time, and I think that's why a lot of us are here, because we enjoy the depth of the game. But at the lower levels, we don't introduce a lot of abilities just so that people can get used to the format and such. So.
Yeah, well, exactly. You guys have just insane amounts of content and features in the game, right? You got guilds, like you said, you teased land play a little bit, but maybe it will let people figure that out on their own when they dive into it, right? Land is really for the whales, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, well, it's more. It depends on what kind. Because I have a lot of people that I'm bringing in from, like the Cosmos, for example, and he's more of a DeFi guy. So he loves the card game. He's starting to get hooked on it. But his first goal was to go get some validator nodes, right, and then to go buy some land and get some cards put on land. So that was his mindset. So, like Jango said earlier, we have a lot of different audiences to cater to. We have the collector now that I think is going to start being an uptick. A lot of people that weren't collectors are going to become collectors because of the depths of the black foil of the way we gamified them to benefit on land and in-game, and the cooldowns with survival mode that will be reactivated soon. So we have a lot going on, that's for sure. But for somebody who likes playing TCG, CCG, I mean, this is the future of gaming here. You own your assets. And again, the depth of the game is fun. It's interactive. There's skill to it. There's a bit of luck with RNG. Jangles gets lucky with that quite often versus me heads up. But
all right, yeah. All right. Second time you're taking jabs, I'm gonna start speaking up, please. Shoot.
Oh yeah. Hey, while you're here on the cards page, so the Conclave Arcana set that's being sold by the team, and half of the funds go to the team and half go to the DAO. And the other packs that you see on the market there, those are all secondary market being sold by the community. So if you go and buy a Rebellion pack, that's most likely Mango or somebody else that has their packs listed. And you're purchasing it right from the community. So again, this is to benefit the players, right? This is we're building longevity here. There's no rug pull going on at SplinterLands. We've weathered many storms. We've been around for 7 years. We're all avid gamers. We love this game. And the ideas come from the community. They come from the team. We prioritize in what's going to benefit the overall ecosystem on what is being knocked out by the devs. So again, really robust team we have going. They're kicking butt. That's all I can say. And the community is right there to support us. We appreciate everybody's support. And also our influencers. If you want to follow them on YouTube and X, and they're all over the place. It's just, again, genuine gamers that love the game and speak highly of the game because they truly love it. So.
Yeah, 100%, guys. If you guys have questions, hop into the SplinterLands Discord, and they've community's always been great at helping out people get started and figure out what there is. And like you said, there's a facet for everybody, whether you're a collector, a gamer, or all of the above, right? So kind of choose what you want to do and dive into that info stream. Otherwise, you might get overwhelmed with how much content and info there is out the gate, right? So. Excellent. Thea, can we jump over to Gap real quick? I just noticed the time, and we're getting close to the hour mark there.
Let me.
I will let you.
Oh, and we might have to set up another hangout. This went by quick.
We might. I was talking to Jules earlier about possibly setting up some tournament streams too, because we might be getting some pretty crazy setups here. Like, I know when we were running some of our other TCGs, some of our players are they're crazy. They're like top tier players.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. And a little further down the road, we'll announce a date for the premium quest for YGG.
Exactly. Yeah, these are we've got quite a slew of quests here for people, but we haven't teased the premium one yet. So, Thea, what are we looking at here? And Blaze, feel free to kind of just, if you see one that you know exactly what it's going to be, let us know. But first, let's go through here. So we've got all kinds. As you can see, there's a lot more coming soon that I'm assuming Jules has put together. Shout out Jules, our quest coordinator. But Thea, let's go up quick and let's just run through these quests real fast, and then maybe Mango, Jangles, and Blaze, you can give some tips on how to get them done quick. So this is into the SplinterLands. I'm assuming this is our starter quest here, right? Onboarding. So complete the tutorial. Yeah. So you guys still have a tutorial outside of your initial challenges, right?
We just had the campaign mode come out yesterday, so I'll work with Jules, and we'll gear the complete the tutorial and shift that to complete the campaign.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I will let our dev team know to change that. So now that's to complete the campaign, and then win 15 matches, or yeah,
in practice mode that we went over earlier, it's all set up with the default settings, so you can just get the feel of the game after you get through the campaign. Go over to practice and try a bunch of different combos there. And win 15 matches. You don't need to do it sequential. You can just hop in and play a little bit here and there. That's fine. And then, when you're ready to step into the big leagues, go head on over to modern ranked and work your way up to bronze.
Excellent. And that's pretty easy. Bronze, like I remember last time when I played, bronze is really, the bar is quite low to get into bronze. It's not too hard.
Yeah, but you know what? The campaign mode is really going to help because a lot of people just want to jump into it, and then they're putting archery or ranged in the front line, and they can't attack from the front line if it doesn't have a certain ability. So, they find out the hard way. But, the campaign mode will help strengthen their skills faster.
Perfect. Thea, let's jump into that Soulbound Stacker. I'm assuming this is going to be about collecting some cards here.
Yeah, that's a big stack there. And FYI, the campaign cards that you get by completing the campaigns will go towards that. Just to clarify, if anybody had any questions on that.
Is that like, is 500 a really big number, or is it easily obtainable? In a couple weeks.
You got to put your due in. I mean, you got to earn that glint and get to playing.
Fully feasible though.
I finished the campaign tutorial earlier, and I got like 40 plus free soulbound cards.
There you go.
So good.
You're already on your way there, and now Mango has helped you even more with all those packs.
Actually, now you can play bronze and get the glint. Glint's the most important thing, because glint's what you need to get those packs. So, yeah.
Yeah, if everybody recalls, we went into the reward shop, and then that's where you can purchase it with the glint.
Yeah, that's where you want to get them.
And you get glint just by playing normal matches, right? So if you want to grind out glint, you definitely can by just playing, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and
Got
here's a tip though: like you can open up the chest and get lucky and earn multiple cards versus buying the individual cards off of the rewards shop. So
so it's sometimes worth stacking up for a chest versus just a card.
yeah, but you got to get lucky. There's some RNG in there, so you might strike out a couple times.
Gotcha. Okay, let's go to Modern Novice quick. And this one is 250 total matches in the ranked mode, modern ranked mode. Again, I guess if you're grinding out those cards, you might be doing both of these at the same time, right?
Correct. Yeah, and again, I would suggest going through the campaign mode so you could get more cards to be more competitive and get those wins faster. So if you are started, do take a break and go through the campaign so you can strengthen your deck a bit and give yourself more variety if you're lacking cards.
Gotcha. Okay, that's again. I'm liking that these are pretty straightforward. We've had some convoluted quests before, but I like some straightforward ones.
Yeah, they were at the start, but we toned them down just so it can again be easy and so people can figure out if they like the game or don't, right? So we didn't want it to be a task. We just want it to be a learning experience and either yay or nay, right?
Exactly. So what do we got here? Concave Collector. Is this the premium one, Fayed? Or
No, not yet.
no?
You have to buy the spell book though. For this.
Gotcha. So again, this is one of those ones where you got to put a little bit of dues in, but if people are looking to grind out all these quests, that spellbook might go a long way because it does boost your rewards, right?
The spellbook doesn't boost your rewards, but it gives you an entry to the premium level, for example, so you can compete in the premium tournament.
Gotcha, and that one will have way better rewards.
Well, it also includes 25 cards, right? Gives
yeah,
you
that's
five
true.
packs.
Yeah, and $3 worth of credits, so you can rent or purchase off the market.
So there's a lot of value in there for people that are wondering.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good points. Premium participant. This is the first premium quest that we have open. So what are we looking at here? How to do it. Gotta be season pass, gotta have the premium pass, gotta have the spell book, and got to participate in the tournaments. Again, pretty straightforward. You just gotta grind them out, right? And this is the first of many plays for premium quests.
Right. One thing I would like to mention is there's only you have to play 5 out of the 6 weekly tournaments. So if you didn't play the first week, I highly suggest jumping in on Friday here so you can get on track and qualify for whatever the points on your end is for the rewards.
Yeah. You can almost not skip anymore now. So again,
Right.
we are hosting weekly SplinterLands tournaments, and if you want to grind out that premium quest and earn some rewards, if you think you're the best player, you better be joining and signing up. As you saw, it's really easy to do. You just go back to the SplinterLands website and you hop into that tournament page. You guys have made it extremely easy to jump into tournaments.
Yeah, and hey, again, if you're jumping into these, training is a good thing because you're going against some absolute beasts in these premium tournaments. I'm sure. I'm not sure if Mango's going to be on the board, but they're going to be participating. So you're going to have to. You can't just wing it. So learn as much as you can and try to take down a big dog.
Gotcha. What do we got out here? We got more tournament related quests. I see a bunch of tournament related quests here.
And then the guild quest.
And then the guild quest for the guilds that are participating. And I'm assuming, Mango, your guild's participating, right?
I guess so. I guess we are because I mean it's pretty straightforward. So I guess we're gonna compete, man. I'm jumping in that rank battle. So I'm not gonna go easy on you guys, man. You best play.
You got to bring your A game here. You see
you
Mango
gotta
match
bring your
up.
A game. You know what? I feel like talking trash in the server right now because there's a lot of names I remember. You know, like Bootox is in. You know, he's listening in right now, and these are all like Filipino players, man. Actually, they used to stream for SplinterLands. So, they're all quite excited in the chat room.
Hey, it's always good to see familiar faces, right?
Yeah, it's kind of cool, man. I haven't seen them in a while.
A little bit of friendly trash talking goes a long way.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, one thing on that note is like I used to play Wild, and again, I didn't interact because I was coming across a lot of bots or people who run bots in Wild. But in Modern, it's real players playing, right? So I'll come across some team members, for example, and then I'll give them some smack talk in the chat or vice versa, right? So it's really engaging. It's fun. Again, it's the community. It's more than just a game. We're building friendships here. So yeah, I just want to thank YGG again for letting us jump on to season 10, and it's going to be fun times, and I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you and seeing you guys on the battlefield.
Yeah, you'll definitely be seeing a lot of YGG tags in and out of your matches there, and super stoked when I heard from our team that SPL was coming back, because like I said, you guys are an OG, not only in the space, Web3 space, but here at YGG as well. I think SplinterLands might have been like the second game that YGG invested into, especially when renting cards was a big thing. I think we spun up the YGG SPL DAO, which is spun off into a few other things. So, very, very happy to see you guys back, especially with all the upgrades that you've made to the game itself and the content. There hasn't been a better time to jump into SplinterLands.
Couldn't agree more. Again, our team and community is on point, and we're delivering week after week, sometimes month after month. We always have new stuff coming out. And again, we're just truly passionate about this game, and you're going to be seeing us a lot more.
And again, for people that, have been worried about a game, whether or not it's going to stick around, you guys have weathered many, many storms, which is, proof that you guys are here for the long haul.
You got it.
On that note, anything you guys want to plug as we wrap up the stream? I will let Jangles go first.
Oh, hot potato incoming again.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I just want to offer a warm invitation. Blaze touched on it a little bit earlier, but I've never seen a community that is so integrally involved with the gameplay, the product, the company. There's such a high degree of transparency between company and community. It's amazing. Like it seriously, it boggles my mind. How much we get to take a peek behind the curtain, and not only take a peek, but actively get involved. Blaze kind of brushed over the fact that the community was deeply involved with helping to design and offer feedback and suggestions and adjustments to this set. And as this set sells, 50% of all of the revenue gets immediately rerouted back to the community in the shape of the DAO coffers. So it's we are very much just as much a part of the company as we're like the sixth man for any NBA guys out there, and it's just such a cool ride to be a part of. I've known Mango for a long time. We're good buddies. I've known Blaze for a long time. We're good buddies, and we worked. And this is just small microcosm of this very, very, very intimate community that we have built here. And it's I can't emphasize enough how welcoming and generous and just awesome the people are here. So I'm stoked to be hanging out with you guys. And I've said it a couple of times already, but don't hesitate to tap one of us on the shoulder in the YGG Discord. Let us know if you need anything. Pop over to SplinterLands Discord, say what's up. We're stoked to have you. We're just getting started. We're 7 years and a couple of days old here, and it's early innings. We've got a long bright road ahead. So
100%.
That's it from me.
We still haven't hit the big bull run for this cycle yet, right? So fingers crossed when that really pops off. Mango, what about you? Closing thoughts, my man.
No, I just want to, thank you for the opportunity to obviously come here and be live with you guys. It's always a pleasure to see, the Jangles. Me and him, we go back a little while. It's great to see so many community members listening in, especially like familiar names. I'll be streaming again on Facebook. So, I'm more of a Facebook streamer, primarily SplinterLands only. So, I can see a lot of names there. So, if anybody does want to reach out from the Filipino community specifically, and are more attached towards Facebook, they can always, come on and join the streams. There's a lot of members in your community that already know my Facebook name and everything like that. So come on and ask any questions, and I'll be happy to answer. Same, I'll be on this Yield Guild Games too, the Discord channel, so you can always reach out to me. You never know, I might throw you a couple of packs here and there. Get you up to speed, because I don't want to hear no crying, when you're at a disadvantage. So, if you feel like some packs,
Mango doesn't just give out free packs; he gives out free wins too. Don't be
yeah,
be
sometimes,
shy,
I've got to give it sometimes, once in a while, keep them snappy, that's just how we roll. So, but yeah, thank you so much for having me. Dejota, I'll tell you how to get to me, man. I've got my own page, it's Mango Mayhem, so you can just find me on Facebook. But we can chat after the stream anyway. So, but yeah, thank you for having me, guys. And any questions, reach out. Feel free.
Yeah, really appreciate you coming on and sharing some wisdom. And I'm sure all of our Filipinos love the Filipino pride that you're putting out there, right?
That's it, baby. That's it. Pride of the Philippines.
Now, Blaze, let's last but not least, Blaze, let's have you wrap it up. What can we expect for SplinterLands? Any big updates coming in the next week or two?
Yeah, we always have updates coming out. You can always count on us on delivering this year. We have a lot in the pipeline. We just knocked out a big set. We're super, super stoked about it. Again, the metas have not been discovered. It's going to take months to get there. There's just a lot of combos and a lot of fun looking ahead. In addition, on the 17th, we have a very powerful card leaving the voucher shop. His name is Keelan Gaines, and it's an absolute beast of a card. Go grab your copy before he's off the market. And we have a new one rolling in, which is going to be just as impactful to the meta. So stay tuned for more information on the new card that's going to be dropping, as well as the pickle card. I don't know if everybody's seen the pickle floating around on the internet, but there's going to be another card coming into play, which is connected to Matt Rawson, the CEO of the company. And we're having some fun, and we created a pickle card that's going to be really powerful, and we're going to have some fun auctions and things like that down the road. So stay tuned for that. And thanks again for having us on. This has been a blast. The hour flew by rather quickly. I just also want to shout out everybody who's streaming content and posting articles on PeakD and on X and Facebook, so on. And also Mango and anybody else that's streaming content, send me a DM if you have a regular schedule, because we are a huge fan of organic creative growth here. And we want to highlight everybody who is streaming our content. Whether it be Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, wherever it is, just shoot me a DM so I can finish my calendar here. And we're going to be having a website upgrade soon with a new homepage. And I would like to get a news feed there where if you're streaming, it's going to pop up on the top right so people can see the activity going on in the community.
100%, right? We wouldn't be anything without that community, whether it's YGG or SPL.
You got it.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks again, guys, for joining here. It's always a pleasure to have guests that know their game inside and out, especially community-grown ones. For us, again, guys, don't forget to check out those SplinterLand tournaments. Again, as Blaze said, there's one running on Friday. You got to get in there. You got to get in there and get in. So sign up early, get your cards ready to go, get your strategy set up, and go wreak some havoc, right? We want to see some YGG tags at the top there, obviously, for a YGG tournament. Also, again, AC's got his Taco Tuesday and Deep Dive Thursdays, if you haven't seen those. YGG also has a bunch of events going on. Shout-outs to YGD PH as well. They've always got their events going on as well. Just events everywhere. So, tune into what you want to dive into and check it out. We'll also be having another stream on Friday with our Future of Work guests. So again, a ton of content everywhere. People might be, looking down on the Web3 space or thinking that we're kind of just, burnt out, but there is more stuff going. Bears are for building, right? But yeah, guys, we will catch you in the next stream. Pleasure, and together we play. Thanks for joining, guys. Cheers.
Hey, thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, guys.